Hello friends, welcome to State Engineering Service examination section of Winds of Change. We will cover so many questions from the civil engineering topic here from expert IES. You may contact us at windsofchange2020@gmail.com, and for the study material you can download from the link given in the description box. You can subscribe to this channel to stay updated for more videos. You may like these videos if you feel useful for you and comment for any feedback. Welcome to 37 important questions of water supply engineering. In this video, we will cover these questions and we will explain these important questions properly with its solution. And to revise this subject, that is water supply subject, you can visit to the revision of water supply engineering, the link of which given in the description box. So let's begin. The first question. According to IS 1172-1963, a minimum of 135 liters of water per capita per day is required for boarding schools, nurse home and medical quarters, hostels, or all of the above. So according to this IS code, this provision of 1172-1963, we have to determine that for which type of building minimum of 135 liters of water this criteria is applied. So this is applied for all of the above. So let's see. In the IS code, that is IS 1172-1963, it is being given the water requirement for buildings other than the residences. Here we can see that for factories where bathrooms are required to be provided, we will provide 45 liter per head. Factories where bathrooms are not required, then 30 liters per head. And for hospitals, number of beds not exceeding 100, this is 340 per liter per head. And number of beds exceeding 100, it is 450. And for nurse home and medical quarters, it is 135 per head, which was asked in the question, that is nurse home and medical quarters. For that 135 per liter. For hostels, it is also being asked. For hostels, it is 135 per head, and hotel 180 per head, offices 75, restaurant 70, cinemas 45, schools, in the schools this is being also asked. For the boarding school, for boarding school it is also given 135 per head. So I think these things we have to memorize. This can be asked in examination and this should be memorized in our mind. Okay, next question. The RL of the groundwater table on the sides of a valley is 1505 meter, whereas RL of the stream water is 1475 meter. If 60-degree slope consists of pervious soil between RL 1485 meter to 1500 meter, the gravity spring may be expected at the point of reduced level 1500 meter, 1505 meter, 1475 or 1485. First of all, the answer is option D, that is 1485. Now how it is 1485? We should know the gravity spring is constructed onto the pervious soil at the bottom of it, bottom level of it. Since pervious soil extends from 1485 to 1500 meter, let's say this is 1500 meter, okay, and this is 1485, and this is the zone of the pervious soil, that is this one. Let's say this is the pervious soil, then the spring is constructed at this level only. The gravity spring will be constructed at this. Let's say this is the bottom where the stream is flowing, that is at the 1475 meter, and this is the top, let's say this is at the 1505 meter. Okay, so the answer here will be this one, that is 1485. Here we have to construct the gravity spring. Next question. Average annual rainfall at any station is the average of the annual rainfall over a period of 14 year, 21 year, 28 year or 35 year. So it is also important question. This is related to hydrology as well as water supply engineering. The rainfall is taken for a period of 30 to 35 years. So answer D will be the correct answer. The number of the years are normally taken from 30 to 35 for a particular reason. This number will include any kind of climatic change that the environment in that place has seen, and hence the difference in annual rainfall can be known in such long period. Okay, so we will incorporate the climatic change. For that we will take this much of the number of years as to determine the average annual rainfall. Okay, next question. Time of concentration is the time taken for precipitation, duration of rainfall, time taken for all the runoff to reach the drain, time taken for the storm water to travel from most remote point to the drain. Which one will be the correct answer? So it will be the D, that is time taken for the storm water to travel from the most remote point to the drain. Okay, this is the total time of concentration. Next question, the specific retention is least in case of clay, sand, silt or coarse gravel. So specific retention is the amount that can be retained by a soil. So it is obviously it will be least in case of the coarse gravel, where no capillary action can take place. There will be least specific retention. So the ratio of the volume of the water that a given body of a rock or soil will hold against the pull of the gravity to the volume of the body itself, it is usually expressed as percentage, is the specific retention. Okay, so specific retention will be minimum in case of the coarse gravel. Next question, acidity of the water is caused due to mineral acid, free CO2, aluminum sulfate or all of the above. So obviously acidity of the water will be due to all of the above, because of the mineral acid. Free CO2 will combine with H2O to form HCO3, which is carbonic acid. Aluminum sulfate, the alum is the most commonly delivered as a liquid concentration having a solid level of 8.3% as Al2O3 or about 50% as hydrate. Alum solutions are acidic. For instance, 1% solution has a pH of around 3. So obviously it will also produce acidic effect. So all of the above will be the correct answer. Next question, methemoglobinemia or blue baby disease is caused due to chlorides, nitrites, nitrates or sulfites. So it is also important question, because of nitrates the methemoglobinemia disease occurs or blue baby disease occurs. We should memorize it. It is directly asked in various examination. Next question, the fire demand of a city may be worked out by Kuchling formula, Freeman formula, Buston formula or all of the above. So all these formulas are important for the purpose of fire demand calculation. Okay. Next question, for the prediction of the future population of a city, the factor to be considered is birth, deaths, migrants or all of the above. This is important question. Birth will increase the population, death will reduce the population, as well as migrants will also reduce the population. So all of the above will be the correct answer. Next question, the factors affecting per capita demand is size of the city, climatic condition, cost of water or all of the above. Factors affecting per capita demand, size of the city, if larger city more demand will be there. Climatic condition, hotter climate will require more amount of water, per capita demand will increase. Cost of the water, if the higher will be the cost, lower will be the per capita demand. So all of the above will be the correct one. Next question, by boiling water, hardness can be removed if it is due to calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium nitrate or calcium bicarbonate. So by boiling process, only the temporary hardness can be removed, and temporary hardness is due to carbonate or bicarbonate. So in this option, all these three are permanent hardness, only this one is the temporary one. Okay, so answer will be D, that is calcium bicarbonate. Okay. Next question, in slow sand filters, the turbidity of the raw water can be removed only up to 60 mg per liter, 75 mg per liter, 100 gram per liter or 150 mg per liter. Slow sand filter, the turbidity of water can be removed only up to 60 mg per liter. Okay. Next question, when the reduced level of the water source is higher than reduced level of the consumer's place, water is generally supplied. Now water source, let's say water source is someone here and the consumer is someone here and we have to supply the water, then it can be easily supplied directly without any external appliance. So by pumping system or by gravitational system or both A and B or all of the above. So we will not require pumping here, we will provide it directly by the gravitation system. So B will be the correct answer. Okay. Next question, to pump water from a water reservoir 3 meter deep and maximum water level at 135 meter. A pump is installed to lift water up to RL of 175 meter at a constant rate of 36,000 liter per hour. If the length of the pipe is 1506 meter and F equal to 0.001, ignoring other minor losses and assuming the economical diameter from the Leer's formula D equal to 1.2 under root Q, the water horsepower of the pump is. Now water horsepower we have to determine here. First of all, we should know that the power required, the formula will be gamma QH, and in that H will be total head, that is the head supplied to the plus the head loss, that is the difference in the level as well as the head loss. So we will take into account these two. and the answer that will come out to be approximately 600. We will find out the unit weight, power equal to unit weight into discharge into head plus head loss. So unit weight is, let's say this is 9810, or let's say this is 10,000 Newton per meter square, into discharge equal to 1 m cube per second. It is being given, we can see here it is being given here the constant rate, that is 36 lakh liter per hour. Okay, if we convert it into seconds, then we will come to know that in the seconds it will be this upon 3600, that is 1000 liter per hour, which will be 1 m cube per second. So we will take here 1 m cube per second as q value, and then head plus head loss. Head difference is 43. Let's see here, there is reservoir 3 meter deep and maximum water level at 135 meter it should be installed, and RL of the pump is to lift water up to RL of 175 meter. So we can see here 175 minus 135, the difference is 40 meter, and then again the water in the reservoir is 3 meter deep, so total head difference will be 43 meter. Okay, so it will be taken as 43 meter as total head difference, and head loss can be calculated by FLQ square upon 12.1 d raised to the power 5, where F value is 0.01, which is given here, this is 0.01, L value, that is 1506, is given here, and q square, that is 1 into 1, which is q, which we have already calculated, FLQ square upon 12.1 into d raised to the power 5. Dia value will be 1.2 root q, since q is 1, so it will be 1.2 meter. So the answer, so this head loss will be 0.5, total head will become 43.5. if we multiply it, it will become 43500 watt, and if we divide it by 746, which is 1 water horsepower equal to 746 watt, it is 583 horsepower. In some of the books it can be given as 735 also. 735 is for metric horsepower, and this is for the water horsepower, that is 746. Okay, so approximately 600 will be the answer, that is 583 horsepower. Next question, the process of passing water through beds of granular material is called screening, sedimentation, filtration, or none of these. So through granular material, we already know that in the slow sand filter and rapid sand filter we use filter media as granular material only. So the answer will be C, that is filtration process in rapid sand filter and slow sand filter. Okay. Next question, surcharge storage zone of a reservoir is below dead storage, between dead storage and useful storage, above useful storage, or also known as valley storage. Surcharge means it should be above a certain value, which is more than the minimum required value. So it should be always above the useful storage, that is option C will be the correct answer. In this we can see, let's say it is a dam and there will be the storage behind it. Let's say this is dead storage, which will be minimum pool level, and this is the useful storage, and above this the water level this much is called the surcharge storage. Okay, so above this useful storage we called it surcharge storage zone. Okay, next question, pick up the correct statement from the following. Water with hardness up to 75 ppm is considered soft. Water with hardness more than 200 ppm is considered hard. Water needed for laundry should contain hardness less than 75 ppm, or all of the above. So the answer will be all of the above are correct, and we should memorize it. Hardness up to 75 ppm is considered soft, more than 200 ppm is hard, and for laundry purpose we will require hardness less than 75 ppm. Okay. Next question, such tanks are used for storage water, to increase the velocity in a pipeline, as overflow valves, or to guard against water hammer. So such tanks are used for what purpose? It is used to guard against water hammer, that is option D will be the correct answer. Let's say this is a turbine and this such tank is being provided here. If we do not provide it, and let's say the end of the penstock that is being closed suddenly, then there will be water hammer pressure which will be generated in it, and it can lead to the, it can be at a higher value, at that much higher pressure can generate, which can also lead to the bursting of the penstock. So to prevent it we provide such tank. Okay. Next question, biochemical oxygen demand BOD of a safe drinking water must be nil, 5, 10 or 15 in mg per liter. So biochemical oxygen demand of safe drinking water must be nil. We do not require any biodegradable organic material that has to be present in water. So that is why BOD value should be 0 for safe drinking water. Next question. For determining the velocity of the flow of underground water, the most commonly used non-empirical formula is for velocity of flow of underground water. For this purpose, which formula we will use? Darcy, Schlichter's, Hazen's or Lassie's. So for the underground flow of water, we will use Darcy's formula. That is option A will be the correct. Darcy's formula we will use for underground water, for the velocity of flow of underground water. Okay, next question. Aeration of water is done to remove odor, color, bacteria or hardness. So aeration of water is being done to remove the odor. That is option A is the correct. Next question. Disinfection of the drinking water is done to remove odor, bacteria, turbidity or color. So disinfection. Disinfection means we have to remove bacteria. So B will be the correct answer. Disinfection is done. Usually we do chlorination process for it to remove the bacteria. Next question. Specific capacity or yield of wells is generally expressed as specific capacity. M cube per second, M cube per hour, M cube per hour per meter square or M cube per hour per meter square per meter. So specific capacity can be given by the formula for a specific capacity, that is C equal to Q upon S, Q equal to CAS. We already know about this formula. This is a measurement of a well yield per unit depth of drawdown after a specific time has passed, usually 24 hours. Okay, so it is discharge per unit drawdown. So it will be M cube per hour per meter square per meter, because it will be divided by area also to determine the specific capacity. So usually its unit is M cube per hour per meter. If we will divide it by area per unit area, then it will be given as M cube per hour per meter square per meter. Okay. Next question. The maximum depth of the sedimentation tank is limited to 3 meter, 4 meter, 5 meter, 6 meter. So maximum depth of sedimentation tank can be limited to 6 meter. Next question. Pick up the incorrect statement from the following. The underground source of water is from wells, spring, infiltration wells or storage reservoir. We have to find out incorrect statement, and they are talking about underground sources. Wells are underground sources, yes. Springs are also underground sources. Infiltration wells are being provided as underground sources. Only the storage reservoir, which is not an underground source, it is being provided above the ground level. So storage reservoir will be the incorrect statement, that is option D will be correct. Okay. Next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The water level in a still water represents the ground water table. The difference between water table level and water level in a well after pumping is called depression head. The surface of the water table surrounding a well during pumping forms a cone of depression, or all of the above. We should be very much familiar that all of the above will be correct answer. The water level in a still well represents the groundwater level. In a still well, the groundwater level will be presented. The difference between water table and water level in a well after pumping, which will be called as depression head. Okay. And the surface of the water table surrounding a well during the pumping forms a cone of depression. Okay, so all the above statements are correct. Next question. If the chosen diameter of a pipe is less than the economical diameter, cost of the pipe will be less, head loss will be high, cost of pumping will be more than saving, or all of the above. So if the chosen diameter of the pipe is less than the economic diameter, then since diameter is less, so obviously the cost of the pump will be less. Okay. Head loss will be high. Why head loss will be high? Head loss formula, that is the friction loss, will be FLQ square upon 12.1 d raised to the power 5. We can see that head loss is inversely proportional to the d raised to the power 5. So it will lead to the higher level of head loss. Okay. Cost of pumping will be more than saving, obviously. Cost of pumping will be more. So all of the above will be the correct answer. Next question. Turbidity of raw water is a measure of suspended solid, acidity of water, BOD, or none of these. So turbidity of raw water is a measure of suspended solid. In the turbidity, we determine the presence of the suspended solid in water. Next question. The expected discharge to be obtained from an open well sunk in coarse sand is 0.0059 cubic. If the working depression head of the well is 3 meter, the minimum diameter of the well is 2 meter to 2.25 meter, 2.5 meter or 3 meter. So we will use the formula here of specific capacity, that is Q equal to C by A into AS, which is given here. Okay, now it is being provided that Q value, that is Q is 0.0059 cubic. Cubic means m cube per second. Okay, and we have to convert it into m cube per hour to use in this formula. So it will be 12.24 m cube per hour. This formula is in m cube per hour. Okay, now we will put it into this formula. We know the value of S, that is drawdown is 3 meter, and we will find out the area, that is area will be this discharge upon this S, because C dash by A value, this value is taken as 1 in m cube per hour per meter square. This value is taken as 1 in case of this unit drawdown. So the area will be 7.08 meter square, which can be given as pi by 4 d square equal to 7.08. So this dia will become 3 meter. Answer will be 3 meter, that is option D. You can calculate it by your own also. Next question. In distribution pipes, drain valves are provided as lower point, higher point, junction points, or anywhere. Now drain valves, what is the purpose of drain valves? To take out the silt that is deposited at the ends. So it will be installed at the lower point only. So answer A will be the correct answer. Next question. Asbestos pipes are light in weight and easy to transport, highly resistant to corrosion, very much smooth and hydraulically efficient, or all of the above. So asbestos pipes, all of the above statements are correct for it. These are light in weight and easy to transport. These are highly resistant to corrosion, but this is not totally corrosion proof. Very much smooth and hydraulically efficient also. So all of the above will be the correct answer. Next, as per IS 1172/1963, water required per head per day for average domestic purposes. So we have already seen this IS code in the beginning of this video. We all should go through this IS code once in our engineering life. The water required per day for average domestic purpose, which is 135 liters. Okay, answer D will be the correct answer. Next question. Sunlight helps growth of bacteria, impedes growth of algae, increases dissolved oxygen content, or reduces stability. So what does sunlight does? It helps growth of bacteria, which is incorrect. Diminishes bacteria, it destroys the bacteria. Impedes growth of algae, it is also incorrect. Algal photosynthesis occurs in the presence of sunlight only. Increases dissolved oxygen content, this will be the correct answer because it will reduce the BOD value. Reduces turbidity, which is also incorrect, so C will be the correct answer. Next question. In pressure supply means water hammer pressure is reduced by providing sluice valve, air valve, pressure relief valve, or none of these. So in pressure supply means to reduce the water hammer pressure, we will provide the pressure relief valve. Okay, pressure relief valves are provided to reduce the water hammer pressure. Next question. In centrifugal pump installation, pump is properly primed before starting. The diameter of the pump as inlet as well as outlet is kept smaller than the delivery pipe. The motor may burn out if it is started with empty delivery pipe and with open gate valve. So it is a question of particularly hydraulic machine, and it is related to environment also, that is in the water supply, so it is being placed here. All of the above statements are correct here, and we should find out what are the statement. This for the centrifugal pump, it's first of all a priming is to be done. What is priming? In which the pump is being filled with water in the starting, before starting it. The pump is being totally filled with water. It is the basic requirement for centrifugal pump. The diameter of the pipe as inlet as well as outlet is kept smaller than the delivery pipe. Delivery pipe is always make larger, and to prevent the process of cavitation that can occur in it. Third statement, the motor may burn out if it is started with empty delivery pipe and with open gate valve. Okay, because if the priming is not done, then the motor may burn out. Okay, Next question, the yield of a rapid gravity filter as compared to that of the slow sand filter is 10 times, 15 times, 20 times or 30 times. So yield of rapid gravity filter as compared to slow sand filter is 30 times. Okay, so we should memorize it also. And the difference between rapid gravity filter and slow sand filter is properly explained in the video of revision of water supply engineering. You can watch this video from the description box. The link is given there only. Okay, and you may subscribe to this channel to stay updated. Click the bell icon so that all the notification you can receive and watch the revision of environmental engineering video. And you can download the notes and question from the link given in the description box.